Well, I figured I'd do a video on this. This is the Turbo Trans Am, and this is a Spal fan, Spal, and it's rated at like 1,000 to 1,100 CFM. And I replaced it last year with the same part number that came off of it because a fan blade broke. It was pretty old, but the car runs, it's got up to 208, which is really not super hot or anything, but I just, you know, that was on a 90-degree day. I don't know what it would do on a 100-degree day. That's AC on. If you turn the AC off, it cools off really quick. But we're gonna replace it with this Proform Brushless. And I bought this cool meter here, and we're gonna do some before and after feet per minute, and we'll kind of see what it does as far as how hot it gets, whether it helps at all. It does have the stock fan on the other side, and I don't know the history why the other stock fan on the passenger side is gone, but anyway, it is what it is. So we're gonna put this Proform on here and see what it does. First, we'll do a before test and see what kind of CFM it pulls on the meter. All right, we can get that little fan running. We are going to put this thing on max. Units are on feet per minute. And we're going to stick it down here. And we get 1751 feet per minute. Well, update. Managed to somehow, I haven't seen it yet, but poke a hole in the radiator as I was pulling that fan out. One of the lower bolts that holds it in is jammed in pretty good by the stock location stretch intercooler there. So anyway, I started leaking radiator fluid out and hissing. So we won't be getting to get back to back on temperatures or anything. My brother-in-law has my jack right now, so I can't get that one off, and I can't get this one up. Radiator's on order. It'll be there tomorrow morning. And anyway, we'll get it swapped out. Got a new little radiator hose as well. I think they're 30-something years old now, so I imagine they're original. So it's probably best to change them out anyway. But we'll still get a CFM test at least and see how it does with the new radiator. All right, guys. Well, we kind of hurt the factory radiator. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last portion of the video. That was right before this. But we hurt the radiator installing the fan, put a little pinhole in it. Went and got another one, and from O'Reilly. It's about a 1/4 inch thinner, and it had a leak right from the factory. So anyway, this has been a whole ordeal. It's a week later after the last video, I think. We ordered one on Rock Auto. We made sure it said 1.25 inches wide. It fits considerably better. We've got our brushless fan in there, and right now we are just topping it off, burping the system, and then we're going to test the fan and see what it does. All right, here we are with our anemometer, and we're going to put it down here and see what we got. We got it set on max. Right now, 1849. So my understanding on this is that you take the area of the fan, it's a 12-inch fan, So 144, and then, or I'm sorry, 114 divided by 144, multiplied by that. So I'll do the math and come up with the actual CFM. Just to make a fair comparison, it has a single stock fan over on the driver's side. The previous owner replaced this passenger side with the Spal. Not really sure why, don't know the history there. The stock one is moving 1377 feet per minute. I just wanted to give a quick comparison. We're going to set this back to max feet per minute, and we're going to compare it to my Great Nationals fans, which I really thought had some of the best fans out there. They're sold as a pair with Al Radco's radiator years ago. They do a pretty good job, but I just want to compare. So let's take a look here. It's like 1535 is peak out of those fans. So not bad, but not nearly as much as the brushless fan. So interesting. New radiator's doing well so far. That's awesome. The fan kept it pretty cool until this happened. Never saw higher than 188 with the AC on. It's about 87, 88 degrees. Pretty humid today. Doesn't really matter if it's humid, but anyway, we're gonna have to fix that. Here's my math on these fans. Again, 12-inch fans have an area of 113 square inches. You divide that by 144. That gives you a number to multiply your feet per minute, and that's what we got. So it's not nearly as dramatic, mostly because the Spal overperformed. But anyway, that's the math. Well, to finish this one out, was the brushless fan worth it? Probably not in this case. I drove it today to work, and on the way home it was about 90, 91 degrees outside. Set in traffic on 99 for, I don't know, good 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes of just dead stopped, and then crawling for another 5 minutes after that. Car still got to 207, and it just kind of hung there and then dropped. And so if that's going to be the peak and I don't have to worry about it getting hotter, I'm pretty okay with that. Anyway, I think that's the last thing I'm going to do to this car while it's here. We have done a few other things, including Bluetooth on the factory radio. I'm really happy with that. I probably should have done a little video on that, but it's pretty simple. Anyway, last thing we're going to do is install this 3/4 inch, I guess a heater hose cap that goes on the radiator to replace the rubber one that I don't trust after the last one burst within 3-4 miles. I'm assuming that radiator had been on the shelf for so long that it was already dry rotted. But this is a silicone one. You can kind of see it's reinforced here. We'll put that on later after it cools off and there's no more pressure in the radiator. But that's going to close this one out. The Proform fan definitely works. Is it enough on this car, being that there's no airflow other than the air dam and the fans? Not enough to keep it in like the 185 to 190 range like I would like. But I feel pretty comfortable. I would drive this car, on a road trip if I had to. And if it's humming along at 186 on the highway, AC on, if we get stuck in traffic and it gets to 200, 205, 208, I'm not going to worry about it. It has no leaks, and I did get new upper and lower radiator hoses installed. I got them from Highway Stars. They make TTA specific ones. And so anyway, it's got a new radiator, hoses, and a fan, and so it should be pretty good to go. And I'm going to return it because I feel bad that it's sitting outside. It's been really rainy. I haven't been able to drive nearly as much. And I don't want anything bad to happen to the paint. It's got a nice coat of wax on it right now, but you never know. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.